back a little bit to when you were in the WWF and when you were writing for them, because I guess a lot of people don't know this, but I wanted to get your takes on what you thought of some of the gimmicks at the time and what you thought some of the best and the worst were.
I wasn't actually writing for him. I was producing. There's a big difference. The writers were Pat and Bruce and Jerry, I guess, and I was being groomed to be a writer, and I would put the second run shows together like All American and Mania, and because I think they had already phased out maybe they hadn't phased out Superstars yet. Now they're bringing it back, but they maybe they still had Superstars, so maybe I was formatting that too. But anyway, I was formatting All American and Mania, and also associate producing Raw, but I didn't actually write the shows yet. But if I would have been writing, if I would have ran the Zoo, I certainly wouldn't have put a guy who's a hell of a talent like Wild Bill Irwin in a hockey outfit with hockey skate boots. Yeah, ridiculous. The guy was a hell of a talent. I mean, awesome talent, you know. But they took a lot of guys who were really talented territory guys and just abused them, you know.
What are some examples of that you can remember?
I just gave you one.
Besides that, I know you had mentioned Steve Kerr as Skinner before.
Steve Kerr as Skinner, yeah. Who else? Rip Oliver. They did a number on him. Rip Oliver basically ruled the Pacific Northwest for like 10 years. You know, him, Buddy Rose. Well, actually, I got to think about my history because I wasn't there. You know what I mean? During the glory years. Let's see. I was there for like I helped. You know, I was instrumental, I think, in part of it being like the last big run of Portland wrestling before it went, you know, in the tank. But and when the WWE came through in '84 and took all the top talent out of each territory, they took it out and and basically they wanted to bankrupt the territories of the top stars, and they brought Rip Oliver in, made him the Super Ninja. Why? For one night on some pay-per-view, I think against the Ultimate Warrior or some Saturday Night Main Event, and that was it. And then basically, once Rip had given up the job as booker in Portland, then my buddy the Grappler, he wasn't my buddy then, but he became my buddy the Grappler, took over. He actually gave it to his buddy the Grappler and recommended him, and the Grappler came in, and the Grappler had a great long run there. But unfortunately for Rip, you know, unfortunately, you know, got ousted himself, you know, because he thought he was going to get a job in New York, you know what I mean? And it's kind of bullshit. I mean, it's total bullshit. I mean, even bigger case of that is Baron von Raschke was, you know, a legend, you know, as this, and they brought him in, took away his German accent, made him look like the Emperor in Star Wars, sort of. I mean, with the hood, he looked like, maybe that was how I perceived he looked like. But even so, I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, the fact is they didn't use him worth of crap, and basically they just took him to help crush the AWA, which, you know, I don't know. That's it's very predatory, especially considering how much Vince cried about that Turner was being predatory to him. You know, it's like, you know, and then like, you know, Vern was predatory to other territories, and he complained about New York being predatory to him. I mean, it's like, you know, hey, look, I'm not a fan of predatory tactics, but you know, you live by the sword, you die by the sword. You know, I mean, I think it's bullshit. The whole, you know, raping and pillaging the other territories, knowing full well you're not going to use them just so you can, you know, put them out of business, you know what I mean, with promises of this and that never occur. It's bullshit, but it's even more bullshit when then you do it to somebody and then you cry when somebody, like a little bitch, when somebody does it back to you, you know.
Which was the case in the 90s when,
right,
you know,
with Bischoff,
the War.
Who's some other people that they abused?
Didn't they have a Bastion Booger?
Bastion Booger was he was a major heel in Canada. I mean, he was a big star. And now that I think about it, I was actually with him in Global as part of the cartel, and we didn't really even know each other then. You know, I didn't even remember that I knew him before. But they brought him in and made him like, you know, this filthy, you know, like looking animal. You know, Terry Taylor was a big star, you know what I mean? UWF, you know, it was, and they made him into the Red Rooster, and his first run was with the Brooklyn Brawler that he did the job for, I think, so, you know, that's not going anywhere.